There's a few things that really just haven't come up, and one of the parts of the exercise is find the mean center of a map, and it's something we've talked about in class on Monday, I think a fair bit, but the book never really goes into it much, at least not till like very late, and so I just want to quickly show you guys how to do that, and I'll post this online too as like a little short clip, and I might run through some more of the toolbox things, which is we'll be using the toolbox today, but there's some stuff in there that will be useful to know, and just so after a while you can go in and you can just start playing around with the different options in here, and sort of after you sort of figure out, okay, it wants what does an input field mean? What do these different things mean? After you play around with it a bit, you can go in and you can just futz around and figure out stuff. And sometimes it'll kick an error out at you, and that's fine. Like you can try something else and see if that works. But so this is really quick how to do a change color scheme. So the quick way, at least the quickest way I know, is sort of open your catalog here off on the right, and you can just go straight into the toolbox and into the system toolboxes, and the mean center will be under spatial statistics tools, and then it is under patterns. No, not patterns. Distributions. So you'll see here, it's maybe not that easy to see, but you can see central feature, directional distribution, linear directional mean, mean center, median center, standard distance. So these are just different statistics that GIS will calculate based on whatever variables you put in. And so if we just we've been talking about the mean center, and I think he's shown some graphs of how the mean center has shifted throughout the history of this country. So really, I mean, this is all you got to do is just double click it, and it will bring up this window. And it says right here, input feature class and output feature class. So I've displayed, I think, the counties and U.S. states, and so we're going to look at the mean center based on county population. So counties that have a lot of people, like say Cook County, where Chicago is, are going to be weighted stronger and are going to pull that mean towards them. And so it's going to take into account the size or the population magnitude of each county, and sort of use that to calculate a mean center. And so what you need to do here is then go to weight field. Oh, yes. And you can weight it on a whole bunch of stuff. Like we could weight it on males, females, or pop change, or vacant houses, or something like that. Sort of whatever you want. But we're just going to do population 2010. And I'll talk about these other things in a second. But you just click OK, and down in the bottom right, you'll see it's thinking, and it will kick out a green dot on the screen, and the mean center is somewhere in the middle of Missouri. I believe that's Missouri, and this is why sort of showing thick state lines help. That is, in fact, Missouri. But so that's just the mean center based on all the counties in the country. We can also go in and we put counties, we put population. Where is it? Pop 2010. And then the next option is a case field. And what that will do is it sort of subdivides it. So you could look at the mean center by state. So it will then, if I go through and do this and I click state name, it will calculate the mean center for all the states and put those up on the map. And we'll display them maybe in a different color. So there we have the mean center for all the states, and I think Dr. Gimple was talking about maybe the mean for Maryland, or for Maryland. And here, we could even add things like U.S. cities. Set up a quick definition query. So yeah, obviously, I guess Baltimore is maybe the only city in Maryland that's over 250,000, but you can sort of see the mean center is somewhere between Baltimore and the sort of counties surrounding Washington, D.C. So, it's just a sort of interesting thing that you can see, or if anyone is weird, Richmond's not showing up on here. That's bizarre. But here is... why is that? It doesn't matter. But so this is sort of like a brief intro to just the mean center stuff. We can also briefly look at a sort of difference between, sort of back out here. I've of course, ArcMap is going to freak out at me. Nope. So we can look at a difference between mean and median center here. We can go to counties, and we're going to weight again by pop. Turn off all those. Okay, so we get a mean population in sort of northwest Kentucky, but nope, wrong one. And it's just sort of different way of displaying data, or different way of sort of analyzing the way a variable is distributed on our maps. But that's just a quick intro to sort of the toolbox and sort of mean center stuff.